backfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Play fake, it's Fitzpatrick. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner. Absolutely.
Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. First down, Fitzpatrick. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Fitzpatrick. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Not much there, only a yard. On 2nd and goal, Fitzpatrick escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. That's Carson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Steps away. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the 1st. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On 1st down, it's Carson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second and 5 from the 8. They run the counter. Carson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Ballore taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it when...
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. Oh, some strong running. And down to the 15. A huge play there for Washington. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution? On the handoff, most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Oh, my. You know that that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has retaken the lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Reed returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Out to his left. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 28 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play action now. Fitzpatrick winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here's Reed. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run it with Carson, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Carson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson. On the move to his left. He'll find Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Sad to see the sunlight. I ain't gonna front. It's ratings, man.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
You might as well go ahead and start packing your goddamn bags. Because you motherfuckers are going home. Oh, y'all already at home. So, well. Keep it like that.
Wilson leaves this one with Penning.
And they're going to keep busting back like that.
He's taken down right around the 26.
Making all that goddamn noise.
Stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Good D, Allen.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Good D.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They run again with Carson.
And
will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Wilson heads to the sideline, and on comes Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
We coming. We coming. We coming. We coming. We coming. We coming, 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 we coming,
out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes
down he goes.
We didn't fall for that bullshit.
Alton Robinson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And I hate playing against Washington. They the toughest fucking team to beat on this bitch.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing Fitzpatrick.
He going through it.
Slings this.
Give it to me.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson being chased. The ball comes out. And does Washington have it? They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And Fitzpatrick's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And that's a more than
He's trying to script that ball. That's why we stood your ass up.
So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick.
Got me.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Well, I'm going to give you a little advice, man. You need to practice on your damn 20-yard line, man.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome
Because I'll
you back.
practice with my defense stopping motherfuckers.
3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Gotcha. Oh!
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 26 yards. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
Yes, they did.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here
That
in this
fumble,
fourth quarter.
I knew it was going to be a problem. That shit gave them the momentum
The
back.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Get this touchdown, fellas. In this shit.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Wilson to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson.
First
Give
down.
him 4 yards there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As they'll
Go back
head to
with the same
sideline and
fucking
talk
play.
over
Why
what
not?
to do next.
They can't stop it. Oh, brother. Thinking too long, man.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Here's Wilson.
Stupid. Whoa, crack me. Use your timeout. Over,
being taken down.
Over,
Washington
man.
going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
You serious, bro? You don't play that thing.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And
he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
It almost took one.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
And we stole
this. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.